Hey, Sunday morning, folks. The peaches in Alabama are ready. I want you to look at these beautiful things. We went to Clanton, Alabama. I went with Dallas and Anna and William and me on Saturday. That was yesterday. And we went to a antique car show, and they had booths and that kind of thing out there. But I didn't buy anything in the booths, but I came back with a basket of pretty peaches. It was completely full, but I left Dallas half of them, and I said I'd bring the rest of them home, and Hannah and I would eat them. And so I washed one. There's still a little bit, just a little bit on the hard side, so these in the next few days will get good and ripe. And I've got me a container of cottage cheese. I really like to do two things. I love Peach Cobbler, which I may make a Peach Cobbler for us one day. I like to just eat them with salt, which I ate one last night at Dallas's house with salt. I cut it up and ate it. It was so good. Y'all put salt on your peaches too, like I do. The other thing I like to do is when they get real soft, I like to cut them up and put them in a bowl, sprinkle sugar on top and sweet milk. Well, y'all call it whole milk, but I call it sweet milk. Let me tell you what happened a while ago. I went outside to clean out my fish tank because, you know, I've been gone all week, and some, grew in there. That green stuff, mossy stuff, it had grown in there. So what I did is I put the hose pipe in it, and I was just going to let it run in there so fresh water could get in. I've got one fish left in there. So anyway, I did that, and so I saw something moving around in there, and I knew it wasn't mosquito larvae because I know what they look like. And it was tadpoles. Y'all see how I'm doing this. I cut wedges down the side, all the way down, like that. Let me put this one back where you can see it. And then I just cut around it, and you got little bitty pieces. That's how I do it. But anyway, there were hundreds of them in there. And so I just stopped cleaning it. I thought, well, I'll let them grow into frogs. When Dallas and Hannah were little, you know, because we lived in the woods, when it rained, there was a lot of mud puddles on this old woods road, I call it, that went over to Granny's house. And we'd walk over there to see her through the woods on that old dirt road. Well, there were a lot of mud puddles on it on the way after it rained. Like a day or two after, you'd go in that same spot. And there would be tadpoles all in that mud puddle. Well, we knew that there would be. So Dallas, he loved to catch tadpoles. So they both took them a jar, and we went through the woods, and they caught all those tadpoles, put them in a jar with some water, and watched their legs grow on them and turn into little frogs. And then we let them go. So if your children and grandchildren have never caught a tadpole and watched it turn into a toad or a frog, whichever the case may be, they are missing out. Y'all, there'll be a lot of frogs doing right now. And so if you see these little black things running around in the water, that's tadpoles. And catch them, just scoop down with a tea strainer or something to catch them, and put them in your house where they can watch them. And they really don't have to eat. I guess you could put a little that flaky fish food in there, but actually they eat just little thing like little greenery, mossy like stuff in that water, which I guess that's what they're eating out there on that tank. But I was so excited to see them. I just stopped cleaning. I said, I'm not doing this. I'm letting them live. I came back today. I had spent a week in Tuscaloosa, y'all know, with Carol and all the other college roommates that we roomed with. We had, I think the most we had at one of the functions was 7. And we had a real good time. We went to Vernon, Alabama, and visited another one of our roommates, and she fixed us a it was really good banana pudding, and then she made a lemon salts over I'm sorry, she didn't make the lemon salts. She made a custard to go over pound cake. And so you cut the pound cake, and then you pour the custard over it. Oh my gosh, it was good. We sat it on her back porch, or stood there a minute, and talked about this bluebird that was trying to make a nest on her porch in a little birdhouse that she had on that porch, which is very unusual because most of the time bluebirds, they like to be out by themselves. They don't want to be on the porch. I don't know if you've ever had one on the porch, but she said that there was a wren and a bluebird having a war out there on her porch, trying to figure out who was going to get to have the house. So she put up another house so she'd have plenty of houses for everybody. Gosh. Let's see, what else do we do? After we also went to Fayette, Alabama, where they make Golden Eagle syrup. And she took us on a tour of the plant, and it was amazing. I've got some pictures of her with me, and I'll show that at the end of this video. And then two of us spent the night at Carol's house 2 nights. And we cooked breakfast, and one of those breakfasts was I'll try to put that on there too. It was a bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwich for breakfast. Have y'all ever done that? It was good. And so we just had a wonderful time. You know, it's so good to get with your friends. All that other time I was with my family, Dallas and his little family, and we had a wonderful time too. And we just do. Life is really wonderful, and God is so good to give us opportunities. And here's the thing, everybody can't be the planner. In our little group that we have, Carol most of the time plans everything, and she does a super good job of it. I'm the only one that still works. I'm not retired, and they're all retired, so I don't have time to plan trips. But I go, and I pay my fair share of it when I go, and whatever we're doing. We went to some antique shops. We tried on hats. Y'all know we always got to try on hats. So I'll show you those pictures, and I've got some great pictures. You're going to love them at the end. I'll just put them all on there where you can see them, and I think you'll love them. But anyway, I hope y'all will get you some good Alabama peaches, and get you either sugar and milk, or salt, or cottage cheese, whichever one you want to do. This is my lunch, because my refrigerator's empty. I've been gone a week, and I don't have anything in there. I've got to go to the grocery store, either look out there in that freezer and see what I can find. I bet I can find something. Y'all are special to the Lord. You're special. Enjoy today. And I know that you have some situations. I know that you do, because everybody does. Give it away to the Lord. Just give it to Him. You can't handle it anyway. You can't change it. You can't change it. All we can do is pray and ask the Lord to enter in. Love y'all. Bye-bye.